Hi, my name is Tom Wald, and I'm running to be a representative in District 9 for Austin City Council. I've been in Austin for 23 years, and since then I've been involved with the community, both at my co-op House of Commons back in 2000 and on the Wheatsville Co-op board. I've lived in Cherrywood since 2005 and have been involved with the neighborhood association there and with Upper Boggy Creek as well for many years. Why I'm running, I feel like I'm the best positioned candidate to tackle our housing crisis and improve mobility from day one. I have 16 years leading Austin efforts on mobility, affordability, environmental issues, and equity. For example, I was the first executive director of Bike Austin beginning in 2009, and now all across Austin, people have much better options for being able to bike. And many people are able to sell one of their cars or both of their cars and still be able to live and afford to live in Austin. And I want to continue that work. Also, I'm currently the executive director of Redline Parkway Initiative, supporting the 32-mile trail along the Capital Metro Red Line that was approved by the voters in 2004. So I've had extensive work. I've done extensive work with city council, regional leaders, and city staff and community leaders. And there's a lot of nuance there. It's not just about getting a majority for your issue. It's also how do you work with community leaders, city staff, and others to get things done. The major issue that I think a lot of people feel is the most important is housing affordability and housing the unhoused. So the basics are that we absolutely just need more housing overall to meet the demand. If people don't have housing, they're not going to have a place to live. We need to also build up income restricted units. That's units that are available at particular income levels for both renters and homeowners. And then also we need to continue with subsidized housing and provide subsidies so that the people at the bottom of the economic spectrum can afford to live in Austin as well. One of the initiatives I took on was with the organization I'm on the board with, and I co-founded People United for Mobility Action. We were able to secure $300 million in the Project Connect election in November 2020 for anti-displacement funding. And speaking of that, so Project Connect is going to be a tremendous opportunity for Austin, but for it to be effective, people need to be able to walk and bike to those transit stations. And so for many years, that's why I focused on bicycling and walking. Again, the first executive director of Bike Austin beginning in 2009. As a result of my effort, along with the team I've worked with at the city and elsewhere, we've seen tremendous growth of bikeways, and now people can bike and scoot, and we need to continue the momentum into the future. Same with Walk Austin. We now have signalized mid-block crossings all over, so if you push the button and cross the street, that was something that I had a hand in. And I'm also on the board of Austin Outside. We were instrumental. We were key basically in getting the $460 million of funding in 2020 as well for walking, biking, safe routes to school, car safety, and more. And again, with Redline Parkway Initiative, we're seeing great results on it as well, including the I-35 project, which I've worked on extensively. So I've been instrumental as part of Reconnect Austin and Rethink and Our Future 35 in ensuring that Austin has a voice in that project. And we've seen that go a long way. While I don't support the project overall, I absolutely oppose it being any wider, and I don't want it to be any higher. If it comes down to it and we can't stall the project, then we need to make sure it's as best as it can be. So again, building up Project Connect is absolutely essential. And in the meantime, we need more bus priority lanes, and we need buses not to have to wait in traffic or stop at stoplights so much. And finally, it's critical we protect Austin's values. We're in a time of many people being under attack, especially from the state and the Supreme Court. We absolutely need to protect reproductive rights as best as we can at the local level. We absolutely need to protect LGBTQ rights at the local level and immigrant protections, whether they're documented or not. People need to be able to thrive in Austin regardless of their background. You can also read more at my website on the other issues, including environmental issues and constituent services. I believe that direct connection between the city council member and the citizens is really critical, and I'm going to prioritize the constituent services. My website is tomwald.com. So again, I entered this race because I believe that I'm the standout candidate. I'm the only pro-housing candidate who also has extensive experience getting things done at the local level. I'll be best positioned to tackle our housing crisis and improve mobility from day one. I appreciate your time, and I ask for your vote.